Lesson 2, traffic lights. All right, so going back into the whole metaphor of driver's ed for hypermobility. Now, what we talked about before was the kind of the left and right of how do I hold my body in space? How do we find our lane? Now, this is kind of more the forward motion that we tend to do. This is kind of more metaphorical. All these metaphors. So as I was going through my career as a PT, I could work on the physical stuff, but several people who I had actually showed improvements in getting better. They would immediately just destroy their bodies. Why is that? They started to feel better, and so they wanted to get back into the things that they were doing before, and they would way overdo it. So I kind of had to come up with a light system to help out with this. Now, many of you have to recognize ADHD out there, because I myself am ADHD, and I have trouble figuring out, okay, when do I need to stop? Because what we should normally do is our body will say, hey, you're getting a little bit tired. You need to sit down for a little bit. And usually, like neurotypical people, like, okay, I'm gonna go sit down and rest. Maybe I'll push a little bit, but I'm gonna stop in a little bit. When it comes to ADHD, I really want to finish this project, and so that project, we're doing a little bit too much, and then our body's telling like, you need to sit down immediately. We've blown past that, okay? So going into a little bit more specifics, this may seem very basic. We're like, oh yeah, I know when I need to stop, or I know I pushed myself too far. The thing is, since we have delayed feedback from our joints, tendons, everything, sometimes this delay, if we push ourselves too hard, ends up causing us pain 2 days later, but we don't make the connection of like, oh, I did this, I need to not do that so I don't hurt the next time. We don't make that connection, which makes it so difficult to understand and to learn for ourselves. And it's not like that we're dumb or anything. You're not dumb. Actually, usually neurodivergent people are crazy smart. We just have trouble with recognizing what our body's telling us. So let's go through a few different things that could be you or could be somebody else that we need to consider when we're looking at the light system, okay? So green means go. Yes, but imagine if you're coming up to a traffic light, okay? So your car is here, okay? There's a big difference between your car being there and your car being here, okay? So if I'm hitting go right here, yeah, I'm gonna make it through, okay? If I'm go here, I don't just start speeding up. I still need to be cautious of maybe I need to not push myself too hard, okay? Also, our capacities tend to be completely different depending on age or what you're doing. So you may have a tendency to really hit the gas and go super fast, and your body you just need to know your capacity for how much you're able to do, okay? So think about green light, we're still good, but be cautious, okay? So go, but be cautious, okay? Now, yellow, definitely slow down, okay? And that's where I can almost immediately tell with my patients whether you are diagnosed ADHD or not. This is a huge struggle of just slowing down a little bit, because we have a list that's 1,000,000 miles long, and if I don't check everything off the list, then I feel guilty at the end of the day, and I feel like garbage. So diving into this takes a lot, is to slow down, okay? But also, so recognizing some of the initial symptoms of where we need to slow down. It's not pain. Pain should not start here. Pain is pretty much a red, okay? So slowing down, you may have to use a partner to actually help you recognize some of these symptoms. And this is where we bring in our copilot in, or our navigator, or whatever you call them, to help you with some of these signs of like, hey, mom starts yelling whenever she's getting a little tired. That's not pain, that's not what we're feeling in our body, but that's an external way that we present that our body's telling us like, hey, we need to maybe stop a little bit. Sometimes it's forgetting things. Just have trouble with coordinating what's coming next or what's doing next. I do woodworking as my other business, and sometimes I have trouble with planning where's the next thing or where I set my drill. But this isn't just the usual stuff. This is like losing things a lot, and I just know I need to take a break, okay? So multiple things that we can look into for here, not just with our physical body that we're feeling. Yes, if you're feeling your body and your body's telling you should stop, then yes. But we have a tendency to just completely have disconnected from our body in the first place, and we don't realize the effects of it until much later on, okay? So red light, stop, okay? That's where, stop what you're doing. I don't care if you haven't finished this project or whatever you're working on, you gotta stop. Take a break, okay? Maybe more than likely stop for the day, okay? And really think about your body, okay? Usually when people do stop is at the end of the day when they actually lay down and they're like, oh my gosh, my pain is horrible at night when I finally lay down. Well, I think your body has been telling you all day, like, hey, you've blown past the stop sign or stop light, and you're not listening to me until everything else has been taken care of. It's quieter at night, and like, now I get to complain about it all day. I always think about a little kid who's been trying to get your attention all day. They're gonna get progressively louder through the end of the day until you finally take off your headphones, like, oh my gosh, you're screaming. Yeah, so think about that's what your body is doing. Now you'll notice I've got what looks like Easter eggs down here, okay? There's a fourth set of light that I use, okay? This is either an ambulance or getting pulled over, okay? This is whenever people have a tendency to go so hard, so fast that the only thing that stops them is getting pulled over, someone physically stops them, or they hit a hard crash and their body is out of commission for a week, okay? If our body doesn't even know these other lights and we're just this, then we're in such a boom bust cycle that we're just creating long-term damage for our body, okay? So the lesson 2 here with traffic lights is working on, okay, where's our green? How are we feeling that day? You may wake up at a yellow, but that's your normal. If we end up waking up with a yellow, we think like, oh, yellow is amazing, then I should be good, but we don't realize, oh, there's a green light? Huh. It takes a while to be able to figure out what that looks like. Using your copilot to figure out, okay, what are some of my additional sign symptoms that could be telling me that I need to slow down, and then what are our stop sign signals that we're getting from our body, okay? We definitely know this one, okay, where we know that we've pushed our body way beyond capacity and we're just trying to get back to red because that may be the slowest that we can go, okay? All right, so I would love feedback from this. This stuff isn't as fun and exciting as getting different manual techniques or different stretches and stuff, but this is a helpful long-term improvement thing that you can do, especially for my ADHD people who are gonna really struggle with this. I still struggle with this. Have grace for yourself because you're not perfect, and we have to deal with a lot more things than neurotypical people do because they can just do whatever they want and everything's easy for them. So just recognize this is hard, but you're amazing at what you do. You can do so much more work than them in 5 minutes than they do in 2 weeks, okay? So you are amazing. This is just hard, okay? Thank you so much for watching. I hope you watched it all the way through. Give me feedback if you have any questions or anything. I'll see you next time, okay?